that
No, I will literally you up.
Before we begin, if you have not done so already, please hit the subscribe button for 600 years of good luck. No, really, it works. These celebrity problem children have taken misbehaving to the next level. The kids of celebrities don't have traditional childhoods. They're surrounded by power, money, and fame from the time they're born. Not exactly things to complain about, but the dark side of growing up famous is that there are almost no boundaries. This list of celebrities with problem children proves that money can't buy everything, especially good sense, as they've often caused media frenzy and sometimes even tarnished their family names. It seems that some of these celebrity children might have cracked under the pressure of wealth and privilege. Some have apparently inherited family vices such as drug misuse and have gotten violent, while yet others have shown off more flesh than their parents would have liked. All of these children of the rich and famous have something in common. However, they've all made headlines for the wrong reasons. From law-breaking politicians' kids to hard-partying children of movie stars, there are 8 troubled celebrity youngsters who don't follow the rules. Number 8. Chet Hanks, son of Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Chet Hanks, the second son of Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, has openly struggled with drug addiction. He checked into rehab in 2015, but not before he got himself in hot water for rear-ending a driver named Terry Mugen in California in 2016.
C-class. Them Ross. Donald no one wrong with me. Boss man Biden. Them Ross. C-class boy. Go suck una mother.
Tom and Rita were also named as co-defendants in the driver's suit against Chet. Mugen said that he suffered physical and emotional injuries as a result of the crash and that Hanks and Wilson were partly to blame since they knew about Chet's struggle with sobriety and technically owned the car. Mugen alleged that Chet was under the influence of drugs when the accident happened. Number 7. J.C. Chan, son of Jackie Chan. Legendary actor Jackie Chan may know how to fight and defend 15 men at once, but knowing how to tackle his son has become a headache for the Chinese superstar.
Son of action superstar Jackie Chan is being detained in China on drug-related charges.
J.C. Chan, the son of beloved martial artist movie star Jackie, did 6 months in prison in 2014 after being caught in possession of drugs. Chan Jr. was found with an illegal substance in a Beijing foot massage parlor during a police raid. And to make things even worse, cops also found more than 3.5 ounces of marijuana at his home.
J.C. Cheng was caught in an anti-drug crackdown. In Beijing alone, thousands of people have been arrested.
However, J.C. made a public apology following his release in early 2015.
I haven't been a very good role model for the youth. I feel really ashamed.
Number 6. Cameron Douglas, son of actor Michael Douglas. Cameron Douglas, the son of actor Michael Douglas and his former wife Deandra Morel Douglas, has been arrested for drug offenses at least 3 times. In 2010, he was given a 5-year prison sentence for selling methamphetamine from a high-end Manhattan hotel. After repeatedly violating prison rules by arranging for his lawyer to smuggle him drugs in jail, he was ordered to spend 2 years in solitary confinement and the prison sentence was nearly doubled. Cameron Douglas was released in early 2018.
He made me a grandfather.
I love that.
I don't know whether to kill him or Lua is the most beautiful little girl, and it's just great to see him be such a great father.
Number 5. Nick Hogan, son of Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan's son Nick Hogan was sentenced to 8 months in prison in 2007 after a serious car accident. And tragically, that wreck was life-changing for his best friend riding in the passenger seat, as he suffered permanent brain damage and now required full-time home care.
Coming up, Hulk Hogan's son, lucky to be alive, seriously injured after getting into a high-speed car chase, or at least his passenger was seriously injured.
Hogan Jr. meanwhile was charged with reckless driving as well as driving under the influence. Naturally, all of this affected him deeply, as he told Good Morning America in 2010, "These are days when I can't even get out of bed."
It's still hard for me to think about. I'm sorry. It's
Number 4. Montana Fishburne, daughter of Lawrence Fishburne. Under her adult movie named Chippy D, Montana Fishburne chose to pursue a career in the porn industry, and her father Lawrence Fishburne didn't approve, to say the least.
Oh, you bad now.
Indeed, the Matrix star spent millions fruitlessly trying to remove his daughter's films from the public domain. Finally, he cut ties with her. According to Montana, the actor told her she was no longer welcome in his life.
I mean, I understand that it reflects on my dad, but at the same time, it's my name also, and we are two separate people.
Number 3. Indio Downey, son of Robert Downey Jr. Proving that the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, Indio Downey was charged with a felony count of drug possession in 2014.
I certainly hope, because I know in life people always look up to superheroes. You've heard of that before? Well, I think you might have contact or an insight as to one superhero, that's Iron Man. So I think if you have contact with that person, that can give you insight and wisdom to help you make sure you do this well.
Sensibly, though, his father, Robert Downey Jr. himself, no stranger to substance abuse, sent him to rehab, and luckily for Indio, the charge was finally dropped after he completed the almost 2-year-long treatment program.
The superstar's 20-year-old son was arrested on drug charges over the weekend, and the actor, who has had his own well-publicized battle with addiction, says genetics could be to blame.
Number 2. Stephanie Rose Bon Jovi, daughter of John Bon Jovi. Stephanie Rose Bon Jovi was arrested in uptown New York for heroin possession in 2012, and that came after she was admitted to hospital during an overdose. Fortunately, though, no lasting damage was done, and the charges against her were subsequently dropped.
Rock star John Bon Jovi is recovering after an apparent drug overdose at Hamilton College. Kirkland police say 19-year-old Stephanie Bon Jovi was found unconscious in her Hamilton College dorm room early Wednesday morning. Now, investigators say they also found a small amount of heroin in the room.
Speaking to British newspaper The Daily Mirror in 2013, her father John described the moment his daughter rang him to break the awful news as his worst moment as a father.
The worst phone call ever.
Number 1. Kylie Jenner, daughter of Kris Jenner. Big props to Kylie Jenner for keeping baby Stormi out of the spotlight while she was pregnant. But even though she didn't advertise her pregnancy and call for a bunch of attention, everyone knows Kylie is a very spoiled lady.
Kylie.
Just like the rest of the Kardashian bunch, Kylie never had to want for anything.
Do you know how to do your own laundry?
No.
Do you know how to iron? What? Kylie.
From day one, she was given the best stuff, taken to the best places, and never once asked to compromise or go without.
I'm taking a shot! Let me live!
Kylie has long since been known as the more diva of the two Jenner sisters.
You're so annoying and I'm never gonna talk to you again because you always do this.
And it hasn't gotten any better with age. She has also snubbed her fans and later mocked them on social media after a product launch for the Topshop collection.
Please, Kylie. The possibility of
Kylie has called her mom Kris stupid in front of others and has all but lost her own spin-off reality series, The Life of Kylie, because she couldn't be bothered to show up for taping.
Just two larges. All right,
Hey.
thank you.
We have rules in this house. No boys up here.
Dad, are you crazy?
And we've established already, having rich and famous parents gives the child a sort of predetermined entitlement. While being entitled and privileged went one way for the previously mentioned celebrity kids, for others it went far better. And here are our picks for the most famous celebrity kids with perfect manners. Number 1. Brooklyn Beckham, son of Victoria and David Beckham. Brooklyn Beckham has some pretty strict parents to keep him and his siblings in line. We would have totally seen that coming from Victoria's parenting point of view, but it's even more entertaining that both of the Beckham's parents are very thorough about teaching their children the polite way to do things.
He is a good dad, and I saw him once out to dinner, just him and the kids out at once, and I thought, oh, look at that, there's David Beckham.
Yeah. No, you know, he's really good. I mean,
Is he watching them right now?
David is watching the kids, and, you know, we swap. So when I'm at home, he's away, so one of us is always there looking after the kids.
Number 2. Kendall Jenner, daughter of Kris Jenner. Perhaps the most professional of the Kardashians is the high-fashion model and businesswoman Kendall Jenner. Kendall, who is a self-proclaimed tomboy, is the one member of the family who sometimes appears like she doesn't belong. She has a calm demeanor and has a low-key presence about her personality. Besides, when modeling, she doesn't try to be the center of attention. In fact, one of the times she flew to Paris to walk in Fashion Week, she asked her mom to stay at home, citing that it was her time to get away from home. It's shocking that a Kardashian or Jenner wouldn't want every member of their family to watch their accomplishments and adore them, but that's just not the way Kendall does things. She considers herself to be the shyest of the sisters, noting that each one is much louder and more boisterous than herself. When it comes to this model's career, she is the complete opposite of her sister Kylie, and her resume proves it. Number 3. The Obama Girls. During their time in office, there was simply no bigger celebrity in America than the American president. Malia and Sasha generated a great deal of attention being the daughters of an American president, but even more so since they were the daughters of the first African American president. As their father so eloquently put it, they have managed his profession with style and grace. Being who they were, put both Malia and Sasha under a ton of scrutiny and ridicule. Throughout the duration of Barack's presidency, they have had their names slandered on more than one occasion. Instead of lashing out and attacking the one posting the hate, the sisters ignored the drama and concentrated on their education.
Concerned mostly about whether they develop an attitude, right? Whether,
How not, yeah.
And they are, sweet, kind, funny, smart, respectful people.
There isn't a single scandal while their dad was in office regarding these two, and that's because they have perfect manners and are well behaved. Just like the daughters of the president should be. They handled the job with poise and elegance. Some honorable mentions include Pax, Zahara, and Maddox Jolie Pitt, Harper Beckham, Willow Smith, the Reynolds kids, and Penelope Disick, amongst others. Do you think that these kids acted out because their parents are famous? Share your thoughts in the comment section.